Hi everyone, this is Pravindra from Dice University, and in today's video we are going to take a look on how to set up a native ads campaign on AdCash step by step. Let's go! Welcome to today's video everybody, and today's video is going to be about AdCash. And what's about AdCash? We are going to teach you on how to set up a native advertising with AdCash, guys. So before we begin this video, I'm not going to be biased with you, but if you're actually going ahead and trying to figure out which ad network you want to go ahead and choose to actually build native ads, definitely I would personally highly recommend AdCash, guys. It is very reputable. It has a lot of features, guys, that we're gonna talk about in a while. But then personally, my opinion, AdCash is a must if you want to go ahead and test out an ad network, a native ad network, and you have no idea what type of native ads network that you want to go ahead and approach. And for me personally, I feel like AdCash is one of the best native advertising ad network, and if not, I could even say that it is the best native advertising ad network and the best place for you to go ahead and create a native ads, guys. So before we talk about AdCash, what is actually a native ads, guys? So just the name of native advertising can actually leave a lot of experienced digital marketer go puzzle, because native advertising does not actually explain what is native advertising. Simply, native advertising, to put it in a very simple word, is native advertising is a paid ad which should not look like an ad. That's about it regarding native ads. So it gets a lot of confusion, but the chances are, if you actually spend a lot of time in internet, then you have already experienced the power of native advertising itself without realizing it. If you ever read a blog post like all the way to the end, you've probably been exposed with native advertising. Most of the blog usually have this recommended articles or posts you may like, or sponsored content and all this kind of stuff at the bottom of every blog post, and these are native advertising. This kind of user experience design is aimed to keeping user at the website as long as possible, and at the same time we don't want you to go ahead and annoy the user, because that's one of the highlight about native advertising, because it's non-disruptive ads, and it's not like banner ads, or it's not like display ads, which is disruptive ads. The native ads is a non-disruptive ad. For example, let's just say if a user has just finished reading 7 ways to improve your website, and that means that they might be also interested in reading how to instantly gain more visitors to your website. But what if the content is not from the current blog that you're reading, and it's from a different blog altogether? And that's a great example of native advertising. And of course, there's a good chance that that website would not feature another website without some kind of incentive, but then that's the basic of a very successful native advertising model. But with this ability to put sponsored content in front of your user, has actually bring the whole stuff, guys. A lot of people have been going crazy about this. Hey, native ads does not look like an ad, you're actually tricking people. That is actually bullshit, guys, because how can an ad do not look like an ad? Simple as that. Even though native advertising try to blend as much as possible, personally I believe that you can't trick people by native advertising. I mean, personally, ask this question to yourself: how many times have you been tricked by native advertising? How many times you have looked at an ad and you don't know that that's a native advertising? That's crap, right? I mean, definitely you know that that's native advertising, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. You can't trick people. But why people still like native advertising is because native advertising, it's not about hiding inside, it's about standing out. This is something something which a mentor told me regarding native ads before. So native ad is not something which is hiding inside, it's something which is standing out in the crowd, and that's why people like native ads. So that's about it with native ads, guys. Let's go to the ad cache. I've been talking a lot about ad cache, guys, so let's do a brief introduction about the ad cache. Ad cache has actually been around in the marketing world for like a decade right now. 12 more than 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just calculate. 13 years to be precise, and it has been become a very reputable name in the field of website monetizing for publisher as well as for advertiser in the sense of media buying. Since its inception in the year 2007, the company has been refining their algorithm for several years to keep up with the competition while delivering the expectation and the needs of business. And if you ask me, they have been freaking successful in it, and they have actually generated a very high reputation among users. So the platform itself is actually a very dependable solution for centralizing all your marketing campaign very easily under one hood, guys. So AdCash is actually very popular, like I told you, when it comes to monetizing as well as advertising. But their advertising is actually the second grade, and even their second grade is actually very good, guys. They're actually based on monetizing a lot. They're actually based in Estonia, and they are functioning around all the world, guys. So they run on DSP, which focus on mainstream traffic, guys. So this is actually the main page of AdCash. So as you can see, the beginning itself, they actually say that they actually cater for both publishers and advertisers. So they have been very straightforward regarding that. And when you go down, it's all about monetizing and it's all about advertising. But as you can see, they put monetizing first, right? Because they focus more on monetizing, like I told you. So your ad format that you can, native ads, push ads, banner ads, and all this kind of stuff. Support, hidden fees, and everything. But simply, personally, if you ask me, they are actually based in Estonia. They do based in Spain, Bulgaria, and all this kind of stuff. But personally, if you ask me, one of the biggest downfall that AdCash has is their customer service is not that good. Personally, not that responsive. I've used native ads before, and I don't feel like. I think this is the only downfall that they have. Their customer service is something that they should go ahead and improve, definitely. So you can actually go ahead and hit the advertise button. Once you hit the advertise button, you will be led to this particular screen where there's a more statistic regarding advertising. So 200 million unique users per day, 12 million fraudulent traffic removed in 2018, 250K conversion per day. So spend less, achieve more, reach more global audience, forget about ad fraud, save time and money, blah. These are the advantages: fast campaign creation, multiple ad formats, advanced targeting, tracking. This is actually very good. Tracking, reporting, automated ROI, anti-fraud. So how to get started: create your campaign, $100, create, reach, optimize. So basically, so all you got to do is just go ahead and hit the get started now, or sign up now over here, or register over here, and we'll be leading you to this particular screen where you can actually go ahead and register. So you can either choose you're an advertiser or publisher, and then currency USD, for example. Work email over here, you can just put a Gmail or Hotmail. It does not cater that much. So over here, your password, agree. And if you agree to them for them to send a letter, you can put. If not, you just don't do that. So hit the robot button and register. So once you have actually verified your account, you can actually log in into their dashboard world, which looks like this. So personally, if you ask me, I really like their dashboard because it's pretty straightforward, guys. They do have a lot of sections over here. We're not going to go there. We are going to go into the create campaign section because we don't have that much time. When you hit the create section button, there's actually two type of campaigns that you can create: express campaigns and advanced campaigns. So these are usually for beginners, and these are usually for a little bit more experienced media buyers. So we are going to show you both, and that's why I say we don't have time. I'm going to delete this. This is actually annoying their live chat. So you're going to first create express campaign. So you can actually choose what type of campaign you want to create. So we're going to create native over here. So once you have done that, name your campaign, test over here you're going to put your offer page URL. You can also put external tracking URL if you have an external tracking software. I would highly recommend you to have an external tracking software, guys, because with external tracking software you can actually go ahead and collect data, and data is actually very, very important in this world these days. Nowadays it's very important. It's even considered to be a very, very good community. A lot of people actually say it's nowadays, right? It's, you can even hear in the movies, people with the most data are the most powerful people. No more with people with most gold, most money. It's data nowadays. And what data helps you with your ad campaign is that with data you can actually see more information, and it can be used to optimize your campaign, and it will be used to scale your campaign as well. Basically it will, you can even use the data to as a learning curve for yourself. There's a lot of function of data, guys. So basically to get all this data, the best part is to have an external tracking software. And personally, if you ask me, I would highly recommend you to go ahead and try the Volume external tracker. There's actually a lot of trackers, but why we said Volume? Because we from Dice University, we have a step-by-step guide on how to create a Volume account, how to set up a Volume account, how to put postback URL, global postback URL, and all sort of stuff, guys. How to integrate your Volume tracker with the landing page, let it be ClickFunnels, let it be AWS, and all this kind of stuff is there in the Dice University as well as in the Dice University forum as well. But for the purpose of this video, we're not going to use external tracker. We're just going to put a URL, offer URL from ClickBank, which is this one over here. And then over here is the device type. So we're going to just do desktop. So you can actually see this one is actually reducing. So over here, you can either target worldwide or you can target a custom location. So we're going to target Malaysia. So my country. So once you target Malaysia, you can actually hit Malaysia. And over here is where you're going to do creating. So you can actually see the target is actually reduced a lot. And over here is actually the way you can actually go ahead and put the creatives. Personally, they do have like a automated editing software within themselves itself for cropping the image and everything, so you don't need an external tracking software. So you can actually use this one over here, which is pretty nice already. So I personally think that it's already nice. So let me just do it a little bit more to make it more nice, guys. So I'm actually putting my image over here. You, when you're doing a real ad, don't put your image, guys. Take your time to span and put a real nice engaging image. Keep in mind, your image is how your audience will actually see your ads, and it's very, very crucial to have a very, very nice image, guys. So take your time to do a very, very nice image. Go to Google, you can go to Pinterest to get an image. If I'm actually doing 8 ads like this, right, I will usually take 30 minutes to 45 minutes just to go ahead and take a look at the image that I want to use. Basically, I am that much interested in all this image and all this kind of stuff. So you can actually go ahead and hit the save button over here, and this is how your image, your particular ad will look like. And here you can actually go ahead and add a title. With native ads, the titles that will work is question type of title. For example, how can you make money with woodworking, for example. Woodworking, because our offer is woodworking, like this. Or you can do something like 13 ways to make money with woodworking, or something like this. So basically this is, sorry guys, woodworking. So this is how you can actually go ahead and write your titles. And with native ads, I would highly suggest you to put capital in all your beginning of your word, guys. This is how you make it look very nice when it comes to the native ads. This is one of the way, guys. So can you see it? So it looks way better, right? And over here is your brand name. You can actually go ahead and put www.woodworking.com, for example. .com, for example. This is how you can actually go and put your name, woodworking.com, or you can straight away see what is actually offer page URL, and you can put that URL over here, and then all you got to do is just hit the save creative button and your creative would be saved. And the next one would be targeting. Like I told you, there's total creative that you can actually go is up to 10 creatives. So make sure when you're creating an ad, do as much as creative you can. Don't go ahead with one creative. That's bullshit, guys. At least do like 5 creatives. I usually do 10, so depending on you. So over here is your supply sources targeting, so you can actually see what type of native source that you want. Usually I will just leave it all. User interest is what I will actually select, but over here if I select too much, my potential impression will go very low, right? So but this is where you actually need to select your targeting, and this is very good targeting, and it behaves almost similar like Facebook. The only thing that in Facebook they do have suggestion. They will go a little bit in deep when it comes to the interest targeting, but with AdCash it's not that much in depth. It's just the basic verticals, right? So you can actually put websites already over here as well. So website categories, what type of verticals categories over here, and the operating system over here. So they do have an average bid depending on your country that you select. So the average bid will be automatic. For example, if you go ahead and change this to let's say for example United States of America, right? For example, let's just do it United States. You can actually see the CPC changed already. Can you see that? That's how it happens. So you can actually put the average CPC over here, and you can put the frequency capping if you want. If you don't want frequency capping, just put unlimited. If you want, limit to 100 clicks every 24 every 1 day, for example, or every 24 hours, for example. So you can actually do this, and you can actually set your budget campaigning. If you don't want to set, you can just put ultimate. If you want to set, you can go ahead and set a budget, normal budget. So let's say $10 as daily budget. So the total campaign budget is $100, $1,000, for example. And over here you can actually go ahead and schedule a campaign if you want to. I don't want to schedule my campaign, so I'm just going to cancel this. Cancel guys, cancel this. Okay, so over here you can actually cap for the zone as well. So once you have done that, all you got to do is just hit the submit campaign button, and your campaign would be there already. But we are going to go ahead and create an express campaign as well, so advanced campaign as well. So you're gonna go ahead like this. With advanced campaign, it will be more step by step and more details there. So usually like this. Let me just do very fast one, guys. Test country is going to be Malaysia. So once you've done that, press next, and the next section will be the targeting section. Like I told you just now, that's only for native, right? For here it's for display, pop, and all this, and also for users you can actually go ahead and do the user targeting. Just same like the express. Device, you can target more. You can target on device type, you can target on OS name version, browser name version. Usually it's very good for native ads and push ads. So for content also you can do the same. Browser language, domain, URL, website category, zone list, traffic restriction. If you don't want adult traffic and all this kind of stuff, you can don't allow adult traffic, allow adult traffic. I don't want adult traffic, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Connection, you can actually do cellular cable, or for organization also you can actually go ahead and put a targeting over here. Once you have done all that, press the next button, and you can actually go to the creatives. So you need to choose native, and you can actually go ahead and paste your offer URL or your tracking URL, just like what we explained just now. Over here, just put the image, and you can just crop the image like just now itself, but we're not going to do since we already done it before. Title also the same, just do like 30 ways to make, for example, make money with woodworking. Brand name www.woodworking.com. working.com. So you can save this creative. Once you save the creative, you can press the next button to go to the next section, which is the budget section. So you can actually hit over here. It's much more in depth over here. So you can do weekly budget or you can do custom budget. So I want 24 hours. Over here you can actually set total campaign budget, which is $100. You can schedule your campaign if you want to. If you don't want, you can just do it. Over here you can zone cap. I don't want a zone cap. And over here you can actually go ahead and put your campaign, whether you want it to be post or you want it to be active exactly after you submit your campaign. Over here you can choose the bid. So we want to choose CPC. You can choose CPM also, but usually we are on CPC. And like I told you, frequency capping can be set unlimited if you don't want. If you want, you can set like 100 clicks per every 24 hours. And then you can actually go ahead and you can actually see Malaysia is a tier 3 country, and you can see the average bid is already there. So you got to do the average bid and save payout. And if you have a campaign for daily budget, you can put that. If you don't have, all you got to do is just go ahead and hit next. And that's about it, guys. Finally, you can overview your campaign. If everything looks pretty neat, all you got to do is just hit the create campaign button and your campaign would be created successfully. And that's how you go ahead and set up your native advertising campaign with AdCash, step by step, with no step skip. So basically that's about it in today's video. I think I've covered a lot in today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. On top of that, I really hope that today's video was beneficial for you. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll be seeing you in the next one, but before I go,
allow me to introduce the Dice University Forum. Whether you are trying to make your first conversion on ClickBank or scale your campaigns to 6 figures, the Dice University Forum offers you exactly what you need, like high-quality landing page templates, detailed case studies, and exclusive discounts. The forum has no outdated information. All resources inside are from campaigns that are running right now. Do you want to learn from super affiliates? Check the link in the description and sign up today.